Hey, have you ever tried to run away from something you knew you had to do? Like you just thought, nope, not doing it, and headed in the complete opposite direction? Well, there's an ancient story about a guy who did exactly that, and his story is way more epic than just ignoring a deadline. Let's talk about Jonah. So, God comes to Jonah, a prophet, and gives him a mission. Go to the great city of Nineveh and preach against it, because its wickedness has come up before me. Now, Nineveh was the capital of Assyria, Israel's enemy. Imagine being told to go to your biggest rival's home turf and tell them they were doing everything wrong. Jonah's reaction, he basically said, "No thank you," and booked a one-way ticket to Tarshish, which was in the complete opposite direction. He literally ran away from God. He boards a ship, thinking he's made a clean getaway, but you can't really run from the creator of the universe. A massive storm hits, and we're talking a once-in-a-lifetime movie-level tempest, so sailors are terrified, throwing cargo overboard, praying to their gods. Meanwhile, Jonah is just sleeping down in the hold. They wake him up, like, "Hey, what are you doing? Pray to your God. Maybe he can save us." They cast lots to figure out who's responsible for this divine anger, and surprise, surprise, it lands on Jonah. He fesses up. "Yep, it's me. I'm running from God, the one who made the sea and the land." He tells them the only way to calm the storm is to throw him into the sea. The sailors, to their credit, try everything else first. They row like their lives depend on it, but the storm just gets worse. Finally, with no other choice, they pray for forgiveness and toss Jonah overboard. Instantly, the sea becomes calm. But this isn't the end for Jonah. As he sinks into the depths, God sends a giant fish to swallow him whole. And no, he wasn't dinner. He lived inside this fish for 3 days and 3 nights. Can you even imagine? It's dark, it's smelly, it's fishy, too. In this bizarre underwater prison, Jonah finally has a change of heart. He prays to God, a really beautiful prayer of thanks and repentance, admitting that salvation comes from the Lord. After 3 days, the fish spits Jonah out onto dry land. So, for the second time, God tells Jonah, "Go to Nineveh and proclaim the message I give you." This time, Jonah obeys. He walks into this massive city, a 3-day journey just to cross it, and delivers probably the shortest, most blunt sermon ever. 40 more days and Nineveh will be overthrown. That's it, 8 words. And the most incredible thing happens. The people of Nineveh believe him, from the king down to the lowest person. They all put on sackcloth and sit in ashes as a sign of repentance. The king even issues a decree that everyone, including the animals, should fast and pray, hoping that God might relent and show them mercy. And God does. He sees their genuine change of heart and does not bring about the destruction he had threatened. 2. You'd think this would be a happy ending, right? Mission accomplished. But Jonah is furious. He basically throws a tantrum. He complains to God, "This is why I ran away. I knew you were a gracious and compassionate God, slow to anger and abounding in love, a God who relents from sending calamity. Just let me die." He's angry because God showed mercy to his enemies. So, God teaches Jonah one last lesson. Jonah is sitting outside the city, sulking. God makes a plant grow to give him shade, and Jonah is super happy about this plant. But the next day, God sends a worm to eat the plant, and it withers. Then a scorching east wind and a hot sun beat down on Jonah's head, and he gets angry about the plant. God says, "You are concerned about a plant which you did not tend or make grow. It sprang up overnight and died overnight. But Nineveh has more than 120,000 people who cannot tell their right hand from their left, and many animals as well. Should I not have concern for that great city?" And that's where the book ends. With a question. It forces us to think. 3. The story isn't just about a man and a fish. It's a powerful lesson about compassion, mercy, and the incredible, boundless nature of God's love. It challenges our own prejudices and asks us if we can extend grace even to those we think do undeserve it. It shows that no one is beyond the reach of a second chance. It's a story that reminds us that God's heart is far bigger than our own. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this dive into one of the Bible's most fascinating stories, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content. See you next time.